Hey there, I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd. A question came in to ask Gardenerd this week about whether or not to leave roots in the soil when you clear a bed that is spent. The short answer is yes, but I want to explain why. Let's break it down. When annual vegetables and herbs and other plants, pretty much this happens with everything, grow in soil, something happens underground that's very exciting. Microbial life, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, nematodes, all kinds of things start to colonize the root systems of your plants. They exist in what's called the rhizosphere. And that rhizosphere is very important to your soil's beneficial life. For that reason, I like to leave roots in the soil when I finish up a crop and I'm going to take it out. So basically all you have to do is get your gloves and your pruning shears and then follow a plant back to its root. There's so many. These are so spent, these lettuces. And you're just going to cut it off right at or slightly below the soil level. And that's it. I like to cut at or below the soil level if I want to prevent whatever is growing there to start growing again. If you want to try and get a second crop of lettuce or whatever it is from it, you can cut slightly above soil level, and then it will usually start to send out little side shoots. Over time, those roots will dissolve and the microbiology that is colonizing those roots will distribute themselves elsewhere or die off and become food for something else in the soil food web. The only exception to this guideline is tomatoes. I tend not to leave my tomato roots in the soil, and here's why. Tomatoes are the canary in the coal mine. If you pull out tomatoes by the roots, you can inspect them to see if you have root-feeding nematodes. They show up as galls on the roots, and this works with some other things too, but tomatoes like surefire. The roots will be swollen unevenly, and that's a sign that you've got root-feeding nematodes living inside the roots. So you want to pull all of that out because they're mostly in the roots, not in the soil, at that point, and discard them. Don't compost those roots. Put it in your green bin for the city to compost because that will kill things off. In the past here at Gardenerd headquarters, we've cut down our brassicaceae like broccoli and romanesco and kale and even cabbages. We've cut them down just above soil level and we've ended up getting an entire second crop for free. And that's kind of cool because the roots are really strong, already established, and so what grows above ground is like free food. Yay. Now, of course, if you need the spot, if you're going to plant something new in exactly that same spot, I'd like to, cut things down below soil level and then just wait as long as you can. If you can wait even up to a week, that will give the soil food web a chance to resort itself out. And then you can pull out the roots that are there and prep your soil for the next planting. So that's the quick and dirty answer to your question of should I leave the roots in the soil or pull them out? If you like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to find out when our next video comes online. Consider becoming a Patreon subscriber to support all the free stuff that we do here at Gardenerd. And you will find tons of free gardening information at gardenerd.com, and of course in my books, Gardening for Geeks, Grow Your Own Mini Fruit Garden, and my novel, Garden Variety. Happy gardening!